Hey everyone, today we are going to do about an intermediate level reformer workout. Not super long, probably about 15 to 20 minutes, full body workout, so this is a good one if you don't have a ton of time but you want to get some nice work throughout the whole body. We're going to warm up with footwork. Today I'm going to do 3 red springs on my Balanced Body Studio reformer. You decide what feels great for you. So we've got our springs on. Headrest can be up or down depending on your preference. We lay ourselves down. We take a moment to find our neutral pelvis and our neutral spine. Feel all those nice natural curves of your back. Let's start with the heels on the bar today. Legs squeezed all the way together. So they're going to be adducted all the way together. Arms pressed down into the carriage. Feel nice and wide and open through your collarbones. When you're ready, let's take an inhale to push those heels into the bar and straighten the knees. And then exhale to draw it in. We're inhaling to press away and open those springs, and then exhale to close them in. Next, press it out and pull it in. 3 more there. Press through the heels. Really connect into that bar there. And 2. And breathe it out. And 1. And breathe it out. Good. Toes on the bar now, heels together, toes apart. Lengthen your pubic bone away from your belly button to open up that front body, and then go ahead and press out. We feel our ribs nice and heavy into the carriage, but we're not clamping them down. We're not like crunching. We're staying nice and open. We can still breathe into the back there. Our core is turning on as we exhale, but we're not holding our abs super tight. Take it again, press. 2 more there. Lengthen it out and in. 1 more. Press out and stay out. We're going to do heel raises here. I love doing heel raises with legs turned out. Go ahead and lower the heels down and lift the heels up. We're keeping our heels squeezing together the whole time. This is going to work the muscles on the outside of your lower leg a little bit more. Lowering the heels down. Squeeze those heels together. Feel your inner thighs draw towards each other as you lift, and then lower. And lift. Good. Feel the energy spread across the whole foot there, the whole bottom of your foot. Toes and balls of the feet pressing into the bar. 1 more. And then we'll bend the knees. We'll come all the way in. Heels on the bar, sits bones distance apart this time. Let's float our right leg up to tabletop position. As we extend the left leg, we'll also extend the right leg straight up to the sky, and then bend it back in. Take that again, extend and reach. We're still staying really nice and even across both hips, and bend it in. Good, feel equally weighted there. Take it 2 more times. We're still inhaling as we press out and exhaling as we come in. Again, press. And in. 1 more time. Lengthen it out. And bend it in. Let's place the right heel on the bar. Length through both sides of the waist. Don't let those hips shift at all as you draw your left leg up to tabletop, and then go ahead and press and extend. And then bend it in. Press and extend. And bend it in. Couple more like that. Watch what that standing leg is doing. Be careful that your knee isn't dropping in. Keep it nice and parallel up to the ceiling, lined up around your 2nd and 3rd toes there. I forgot to extend my leg. Whoops, extend it up. Let's do 2 more. And then bend it in. 1 more. Extend it up. And bend it in. Relax both feet down. Let's come up off of the reformer for a moment. I'm going to drop down to just a blue spring, a half spring, so really nice and light here. And then we're coming to hands and knees with knees against shoulder rests, hands on the frame of the reformer. I love to do this exercise neutral to really get into the psoas and work on hip flexion. So you have a little bit of weight in your hands there, and then on your exhale, you pull the thighs forward to bring the carriage forward, widening those sits bones and keeping the tail lifting, and then release it back. Take that again. Pull. Think of the tail lifting and the sits bones widening, and then draw it back. Good. Exhaling forward. Inhaling back. I was going to say watch your thumbs, but at this point you would already know if you were going to hit your thumbs, so hopefully you didn't. Pull it forward. And every reformer is a little different. Some carriages sit on top of the reformer, so just, be mindful of your hands. 1 more like this. And then we're going to take both hands over to the left side of the frame of the reformer. So my right hand's in front of my left. We're going to fold at the left waist a little bit, press down through those hands to open up the back, and then pull forward. And release. And pull forward. And release, getting into the obliques there. folding in that left waist, opening up the right side of the body. One more there. Beautiful. Let's relax. Let's take the hands over to the other side. Press down into those hands, open up the shoulder blades, and then exhale to pull forward. Inhale to release. We're folding the knees into a deeper bend here to pull the carriage forward. Energy is coming from the center of the body. 2 more. 1 more. Nice, relax from there. And then we're gonna do a little roll down series here. So make sure your headrest is flat. And then we'll take your springs down, bring your springs up to 1 red and 1 blue, or 1.5 springs. And then the foot bar is gonna come down out of our way so we can do a full roll down here. So we're sitting with our feet on our headrest, heels flat into that headrest, and you want at least a hand's distance behind you. I'm gonna hold up at the top of my straps right near where it meets the hardware. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall, press down through those heels, inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale to tilt your pubic bone towards your belly button and start to tilt your pelvis back towards you to roll yourself down bone by bone, 1 vertebra at a time. Get your low back to make contact with that carriage, and then you can arch all the way back if that feels good for you. And then nod your chin to your chest and try to use your abdominals to roll yourself back up. Let the arms stay long, no pulling of those ropes. It's the abs doing the work. Let's take it again, roll it down. The belly is scooping back towards the spine. The back body is expanding and opening. We inhale to arch back. Nod the chin to the chest. Again, though, take the range of motion that feels good for you. If arching all the way back doesn't feel good for you, that's fine. If you only go halfway down, that's fine. Do what feels right. We're going to really press those heels down into the headrest to get the back body activation too. So the backs of the legs turn on a little bit too as we do this roll down. And rolling up. Good. We want to keep the heels attached too so we don't fall backwards, right? That's important. 1 more like this, just moving through. Feels good. And then we come up. From here, flip your arms so that your palms face up to the sky. And we're going to roll it halfway down and hold. Find that scoop of the belly. And then we take a bicep curl. 1 and 2. Remember to always go lighter or heavier if you feel like this weight isn't right for you. This feels heavy for me today. Woo! 1 more like that. And then the arms go long, we sit back up, we flip the palms down, lengthen up nice and tall, tuck your tail, scoop your belly, round your back, and then we'll pull those shoulder blades together as you extend. Take it again, pull. Nice, and pull. You got it, keep pulling those abdominals back as the elbows pull back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open those collarbones. 1 more. And sit up all the way tall, and then we'll transition off of the carriage and switch to a different position. Bringing the bar back up, we will now go into our scooter exercise. I'm going to put my bar in the middle notch, so it's a high bar, and then we're going to stay on a red and a blue, and we're going to work the glutes, backs of the legs, fronts of the legs are going to work too. So you're standing up next to your reformer, hands on the foot bar there. This is my left foot, so my foot closest to the carriage. Foot is going to go right up against that shoulder rest. And then the other leg is set up so that the knees are lined up. And then we really sit those hips back. So think booty back, hip flexors bent here, soft shoulders, and then we're going to press that leg straight and then pull it back in. Yeah, press the heel into the shoulder rest and then release it back. My hips are nice and square and even here. The kneecap stays off of the carriage. Press. Good, let's do 4 more here. Press. And in. And 3. Think about a little bit of drawing in and up with every exhale. 2. So you're supported through the front. And 1. Come all the way in. Let's switch to the other side. Hands on that foot bar, foot against shoulder rest. Hips sit back, soft shoulders. And then we press that leg straight. And we bring it in. Nice work. Press it straight. And bring it in. Knees are nice and parallel there. We're keeping a nice deep hip crease in that the hip sockets. Soft shoulders away from your ears. Nice long spine here. 2 more. Nice. 1 more. Beautiful. We will keep the springs exactly the same and step up into a plank right away. So hands are shoulder distance apart on the bar. Heels against your shoulder blocks there. Toes tucked under. Press down through that bar. Lift your chest. Inhale to lengthen back away from the bar. And then exhale to bring your shoulders forward over the wrists. I want you to think about your sternum reaching forward. Your eyes can gaze down at the ground, but make sure you're looking in front of your foot bar so that you're not collapsing down at all. So we're a nice long line. 2 more. 1 more. All the way in, and then let's soften those knees down. Let's take our blue spring off, so we're going to go to 1 spring. Grab your straps. I have my shorter loops here. I'm going to grab my shorter loops if you have handles, or you can grab whatever's there for you. Elbows tight to the body. Coming up onto our knees here. Draw your shoulders down off of the ears. Again, feel really wide through those collarbones. On your exhale, extend your arms straight out in front of you, and then inhale it back in. Take your time here. Stay in control of your carriage. Just as much work on the way in as you're doing on the way out. Exhale it out. Inhale it in. Exhale it out. Lead with those pinky fingers and feel wide through your collarbones. We're being careful not to let the arms come closer together. They stay shoulder distance apart. We'll take 2 more here. And in. 1 more. Exhale, extend. Inhale to bend. Lower your hips down. Hang your straps right back up. And then come to 2 red springs or 2 full springs. Lay down on your back with your headrest flat. Heels on the bar, sits bones distance apart. Arms pressing down into your carriage. On your exhale, roll your hips up. Lifting your pubic bone up to the sky, pressing down through those feet. Press down through your arms. Open up the front of the body and then press out away from the carriage 3 times. Out away from the bar. You're on the carriage. 2. Nice parallel feet. Feel like there's little magnets between your knees, drawing them in towards each other slightly. Pause and roll down. We're going to take that 2 more times through. Roll pubic bone to belly button. Press down through those heels. Lengthen up. Heavy ribs here. Press away. 1. Draw it in. Think knees over toes. 2. Keep breathing. 3. All the way in and roll it down. Take a breath at the bottom. 1 more time. Roll it up. Push down through those heels and press. 1. And 2. And 3. Drop all the way back in and roll down. Articulate through that spine. Woo! Now grab your straps. We're going to put my longer loops. We're going to put our loops around your feet. We're going to finish with leg circles here. Heels together, toes apart. Arms pressing down. Take a moment to feel your tailbone, that very lowest part of your pelvis, dropping down into the carriage. Ribs are heavy. You can always put your headrest up if you want your headrest up here. And we're taking circles. Open the legs. Press them down. Squeeze them together at the bottom. And then raise them back up while keeping your torso nice and stable. Circle it around. Nice long knees here. And just try to feel as much ease of movement through your joints as possible. The hips, the actual hip socket is nice and soft. Trying not to grip in the hip flexors, which, the straps and the ropes and the springs really help with. Reverse that circle, go the other way. Drop it down, open, and around. Drop it down. The belly should hug in slightly every time you exhale. Let's try to avoid pushing the belly out and up towards the ceiling as those legs get lower. Thinking of a flattening of the belly, kind of. Good. And we finish that circle. We bend both knees. We take our feet out of the straps. Hang the straps up. And let's call it a day. Great work. Nice job. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.